Hola clase, I hope that you guys are all doing well. I wanted to discuss a few things coming up for Module 2. We are now going into Semana 5. One thing that I want to make sure that you guys are aware of is that the partner dialogues we are going to be doing right now over Adobe Connect. I know a lot of you guys are having problems doing them on VHL, but you shouldn't be doing them on VHL. Do them through Adobe Connect, please. Okay, and I've already posted videos about this. If you go to our course home page and you go down the announcements and you go to show all announcements, you can see the announcements that I have made that have to do with the partner dialogue. Okay, and here's the instructions. Was posted on January 15th. Okay, the group assignments, you guys should already know who your partner is. Okay, I have begun grading them, what I have found on Adobe Connect. So please look out for your grade. Some things that I can mention overall about what I have seen so far. I'm going to go to the syllabus so that we can look at the instructions. Okay. So here, read these instructions very carefully because a lot of you guys are losing points for things that can be that you should easily receive credit for. The first one would be adhering to the time limit. So it has to be at least 3 minutes long, each of them. So you should be doing it for at least 6 minutes. And then it states here, oral dialogues that do not meet this criteria will be given half credit. So if you only speak for 1 minute or 2 minutes, that's obviously not meeting the criteria. So you're automatically going to get half credit. And then depending there from how your dialogue is, then you can also keep losing points from there. So make sure that you guys are doing that. Make sure that you're also looking at the rubric, and I'll show you guys where you can find that. If you go to our content, down on the side, and it says grading rubric, here it shows you what I'm looking for in terms of grammar, content, vocabulary, pronunciation, fluency. Okay, so this is what I do is I'll go in because there's actually a little feedback tab for me. And I'll say, okay, well, this person did an excellent job in their grammar. They did good in their content, but they needed work in their vocabulary or fluency. So I will click these so that you guys can see the feedback. And I'll also give you feedback on your dialogue. Okay, so please make sure that you guys are using these resources. I also have them here for the compositions and for the oral presentation that we have coming up so that you guys can see what I'm going to be looking for with these assignments. Okay, so that's the first thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay, we also are going to talk about the oral presentation. Okay, if you look, we're now in Module 2. The presentation that you have to put on VoiceThread is going to be due in a week, Sunday, February 11th. Okay, and you'll find the instructions by going to Module 2, Presentaciones Orales. And here are all the instructions for the first part, which is completing the presentation. Okay, and here you have everything that you need, 4 minutes in length. Here's the topic. You cannot be reading or sound like you are reading. Okay, the presentation has to be in Spanish and include 5 PowerPoint slides. It also wants you to use present, past, and future tenses. Okay, so those are all of the different criteria that I'll be looking for. How I want you to record the oral presentation is using Screencast-O-Matic. Okay, that's what I'm using right now to record this video. Okay, and you can just go to screencast-o-matic.com. There's a how-to video here, okay, on how to use it. right here, how to use Screencast-O-Matic. And then all you'll really need to watch this video if you guys have any questions. And what you'll need to do is, here's an example. I just made this PowerPoint for the imperfect. So you'll take your PowerPoint and you will kind of push this button to begin the slideshow, or you can go here, slideshow from beginning. Okay, and then you'll go through. Obviously, the title page does not count towards one of your slides. Okay, so you need to have 5 slides of information. If you also include here a title page, then you need to have 6. Okay, so you'll go through, you'll do the clicking for the PowerPoint, and you'll be talking while you do it. Okay, and then at the end, you'll push the button to stop recording. And from there, you will create a YouTube video. And what you can do is, when you go to VoiceThread, is you can add the URL to that video to VoiceThread. And do make sure that you are sharing it with us, because if you don't share it, then we can't see it. And then you don't get a grade for it because I can't see that you actually shared it. Okay, so those are all things that you guys need to keep in mind. Okay, you'll create the YouTube video, and then you take the URL, you go add your own, create new VoiceThread, add media, and then down here it says URL, and then you'll put the URL here, save it, and then share it with the class. And that's how I want you guys to do the oral presentations, so that it's easier for me to watch them, and it's easier for you guys to watch them, because you guys are also going to be doing peer review the following week. And here are the instructions for that. Okay, the following week, not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday, this will be what you have to do with your partner and another person in the class. Okay, so follow these steps to make it an easier process for everyone. As well, for VHL this week, we are going to be looking at the imperfect. Here are the assignments. Okay, due on February 11th. And we have under estructuras, antes as our partner chat, and la ciudad. So let's check those out really quick to kind of see what the partner chats are under content. Okay, estructuras. Present tense, ser en estar. I think actually we're now in lección 2, vivir en la ciudad. So if we go here to estructuras, we have the preterite, and then we have the imperfect. So we have 2 different ones. So we'll go down here to la ciudad. This is going to be due on Sunday the 11th. So this is one of our partner chats. That's going to be due next week, in a week from now. En parejas, túrnense para hablar de la última vez que visitaron una ciudad que no conocían. Okay, so this is going to be a lot more free dialogue, because you're talking about your own experiences. Okay, it's not necessarily something that they're giving you, okay, you are this person and this has been your experience, talk about them. You're going to have to talk with your partner. And that's another thing that I forgot to mention. The partner dialogues, the entire point of having the dialogues is so that you guys can get practice speaking with each other. So you shouldn't be reading the partner dialogues at all. That's another thing that I have noticed, is that a lot of you guys are writing out the dialogues and then reading them throughout your recordings. This week I'm not taking points off for that, but if you continue to do that, then I will be starting to deduct points. Okay, and that'll be on your feedback section to let you kind of know specifically if that's something that you are doing. Okay, I know that it's hard right now to have a conversation, because maybe you feel like, oh, you don't have the vocabulary, you don't have, the conjugations right, and that's okay. That's why we have these dialogues so that you guys can get practice, because when we do the midterms and the finals, we are going to be meeting through Adobe Connect, and I record those. And you guys will also have your webcams up. So it'll be easier for you guys just practicing, talking to each other. You guys are mostly on the same level. To get that practice now with somebody who's at the same level as you are. And even if you need to, one thing that you guys can do to kind of, because I know 3 minutes seems like it can be a lot and you guys don't feel maybe that you are able to speak for that entire time, is saludos, which are greetings, and then despedidas, which is farewells. So if you guys say hi to each other, ask how each other is doing, and then, at the end say goodbye to each other, you're going to go ahead there and use up some time. So, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tal tu día? And then you get into the partner dialogue. And that gets you into Spanish, like into Spanish mode. And it also takes up some of your time. And don't talk so fast. And I think that that's how it's kind of apparent that a lot of you guys are reading instead of just actually talking, because you're speaking so fast. And then in dialogue and normal dialogue and conversation, we don't speak that fast. So that's another thing that you guys can use to kind of help you with the partner dialogues. Okay, so that was one of them, and we'll go to the perfect to see if we can find the other one. That's going to be due on the 11th. Okay, here it is, antes. Okay, here's the other partner dialogue you guys have due. Túrnense para hacerse preguntas usando estas frases. Tomar el metro. ¿Tomas el metro? Ahora sí, pero antes nunca lo tomaba. Or ahora no, pero antes siempre lo tomaba. Okay, so in this one, it's wanting you to use the imperfect tense. So, ir a las discotecas, going out to the clubs, tomar vacaciones, taking a vacation, ir de compras al centro comercial, going shopping, hacer diligencias los fines de semana, running errands, trabajar por las tardes, working on the afternoons, preocuparse por el futuro, being worried about the future. Okay, so those are different things that it's asking you to do. These are very kind of open-ended questions. So you guys, this is a chance for you guys to kind of talk and give your opinions and talk about your experiences. Okay, so that's all for this week. If you guys do have any questions, please let me know. Again, please use Screencast-O-Matic when you guys are doing the oral presentations. If you have any questions about the oral dialogues, please let me know. And if you guys have any questions about the VHL activities, then send me an email. Thank you.